Ice fishing. Gone are the days of freezing your buns off on a bucket. Here's some heater tips to help keep you more efficient and effective while staying warm. What's up YouTube? John, JDS Outdoors. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to go over some helpful hints in regards to the buddy heater, which in my opinion, it's arguably one of the better heaters and choices when it comes to portable ice fishing, and even used in some more permanent shacks with the use of a carbon monoxide detector. But I'll turn the camera around and show you what I'm talking about. So here we have Mr. Heater Big Buddy Heater. And this is the original version, the older one. This one has the fan. This exact heater has been viewed close to 300,000 times already on YouTube with the different modifications I've done to it. One of which is the converting it from 6 volt to 12 volt, and then also making it run off of a USB so you can plug it into your power box. Some pretty cool modifications. If you want to check those out, I'll leave them down in the description. But today, we're talking about your choice of propane. Now, there's a lot of different options and what you can do to run this heater on propane. Obviously, the lightest way possible is to run it off of your standard 1-pound propane tanks. But in today's world, these little guys are kind of hard to come by. And if you do come by them, they're pretty darn expensive. So it's pushing more people to run their big buddy heaters, or any buddy heater for that fact, off of your 20-pound tank and a hose. So, is this a good option? Absolutely it is. I ran this buddy heater for years off of just that propane tank. But what I've noticed is after running it for years off of it, I found myself wanting to hole hop less. So if you're the type of guy who likes to run and gun, go from place to place, that style tank takes up a lot of space, it weighs a lot, and it slows you down. So that's why a lot of guys like to run your 1-pounders, because they're small, you can throw 3-4 of them in your bucket, and you got enough propane to run your heater for several hours. I have found that this heater runs about 1 pound of propane per hour on high. Your circumstances and experiences may vary, but that is what I've seen with mine. So what do we do when we come to find out that these little tanks are getting harder and harder to get? Well, people like to refill them. However, refilling this tank, even though some people said I've done it for years without issues, can lead to some problems. For one, it's illegal, but what you do on your personal time is none of my business. The issue I found with refilling these is you can get them too full. And if you get them too full, then this tank likes to swell. And I'm not really comfortable with swelling a propane tank. So that made me look other directions. One of which was towards this Flame King refillable 1-pound propane tank, and it even comes in a kit. The kit includes 1 tank, 1 refill assembly, and a stand to hold your propane tank upside down. It's very convenient. When I was looking for a way to refill tanks, and I stumbled upon this kit, I noticed that this refill assembly is one of the nicest refill assemblies that I've seen. It's extremely easy to use, ergonomic, it's easy on the hands, and you get the tank full every time, the first time, right away. What makes these tanks really nice is each tank that you buy comes with an Allen key, or an Allen wrench, depending on what you want to call it, and it's got a bleeder screw. You put the key in the screw, and you open it up, and it releases the air. Releasing the air is one of the problems with refilling these tanks, is you're trying to put a bunch of propane in here, but there's still air in the tank, and that's what causes them to swell, because you're putting too much volume inside a small cylinder. Well, some people have combated that by taking this little Schrader valve there, pulling it up, and it releases the air. That's good in theory, but it's still way too easy to swell these tanks because these tanks are way too thin. When you buy the refillable tanks, these tanks are a lot more robust, sturdy, and super easy to fill with the aid of that bleeder screw. And it's also extremely fast. You don't have to worry about freezing tanks first like you do with your smaller ones. Some people say put it in the freezer and then put the 20-pounder in your house, and it's just a mess. This, you can refill at any temperature, anytime. It's super easy, and it's really fast. So let me show you how easy it is to refill these tanks in real time, and you be the judge. All right, once you get your tank put on the stand, you install the little tank on the filler adapter, and you turn your valve on. You go ahead with the supplied Allen key, crack that open, and it's easy as pushing this valve. Now you can hear the excess air coming out of there, and we're going to watch for a stream to shoot out. As soon as that stream shoots out of there, then you know that your tank is full. And we'll hurry up, shut the valve off, and close that bleeder screw. See that squirting out? Once it gets steady, you shut it off. And that's how fast it is to fill the tank, shown in real time. So even though on occasion I will still run my Big Buddy heater off of the 20-pounder, that's mostly for when I'm going to be staying in one place for extended periods of time. When I plan to only go out for a few hours, run and gun, situations like that, it's hard to beat the 1-pound tanks. And these tanks will last you a long time if you take care of them, which taking care of them is extremely easy. So, yeah, it's a no-brainer. One of these tanks alone was like $7, okay? Yes, it's empty. But currently, finding them tanks, I'm seeing them sell as high as $7, $8, $9 a piece at the moment. It's a no-brainer. You know, one-time use, or refill it a couple times if you like to live dangerously, or use for years to come. It's a no-brainer. So, highly, highly recommend the kit. I think the kit was like $35 on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description for that, and I'll also leave a link for the extra tanks. I absolutely love using this system now that I have reliable, safe refilling tanks, and I can run my heater for a long period of time off of just the 1-pounders, especially if I plan on running gun. So hopefully you found this video a little bit helpful and informative. I try to keep it short and sweet and to the point. So let me know what you think. If you've used them, what's your opinions on the tanks? The 5-pounders, 10s, 20s, or the 1-pounder? Let me know down in the comments. And if you want to see some other cool stuff, here at JDS Outdoors, currently working on an 18-foot boat, building it from scratch. It's going to have approximately a 400 horsepower Chevy LS motor in it with a Berkeley pump. So check that out. I'll also leave a link in the description for that as well. So as always, thank you for watching JDS Outdoors, and enjoy the outro.